Hey, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome to the Basement Sessions. This is Basement Session number 7, which is my favourite number. So hopefully this will be my favourite session. I'm very privileged to be joined here in the basement this week by Mr. Sean O'Brien. You may also know by his pseudonym Me and Maria. And yeah, Sean. I met Sean at the Wee Walker, which is a pub in Winchester. I used to run an open mic night there, and yeah, Sean started coming along earlier this year, and he's got this really cool brand of folk, and he's got a song called "The Winds and Sands," and I'm a huge fan of this song. And I hear it on all sorts of adverts. Every time I watch an advert now, I just expect Sean's song to start playing on it instead of what's ever playing on it already. So, yeah, Sean, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks, Scott. Thanks for having me tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for coming along. And so, Sean, you're not from around here. Tell us a little bit about that.
No, I was born and raised in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. I've actually just about a week ago, I've officially been in the United Kingdom for a year, so that's been pretty exciting. I decided to travel after I finished uni, finished an English degree, and there's a really good program for Commonwealth countries to get jobs in the pub systems over here. They get you a job while you get your work visa, so through a slew of events, I ended up in Winchester, and couldn't have asked for a better place to end up in. So yeah.
That's cool. And so obviously you've come from Nova Scotia, East Coast, and in Canada, and so that's really cool. And so your music, how long have you been playing music? When did you start?
Well, I was forced in a choir, but into a boys' choir about the age of 6, and that was one of those things. When you're a kid, like it's never something that you want to do. It's never something that you're like, oh yeah, let's go to choir when you're 6. But it was one of those things that actually it set up a lot of fundamentals for music with me. While I didn't really understand what was going on in the music, I was able to sight read at a very young age, and that sort of transitioned into learning instruments. I started playing guitar when I was about in the 9th grade, so about 14 or 15 years old. So it's been about a decade of that, and a couple other instruments as well, just throughout growing up and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's probably about the same time I learnt when I was about 13, 14, year 9. You say 9th grade, we say year 9. The 9th grade ultimately sounds cooler. Yeah, it's definitely cooler. Right, cool. Without further ado, I'm going to hand over to you, Sean, to give us your first song. I'm excited. Whatever it is, I'm very excited. Very excited. So, take us away.
Alright, so for my first song tonight, I'm going to be playing a song called Autumn Lovers. Autumn lovers reflect the colors of the change and fall like feathers, drifting through the wind, coast down the river and separate, only to meet again. Whoa, 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 la da da da. Up together, so let's grow old. The brickworks are laid, so let's make it our home, and we'll be the ivy that vines and hold it all in time. Whoa. by the sound of my voice that I'm in love. So let us fall like autumn lovers caught up in it all. Oh, autumn lovers reflect the colors of the change and fall like feathers, dancing in the wind. And love, like leaves, is a fragile thing, but I'll meet you in the spring. Whoa, oh, la da da da. And I'll be the stone that you smooth in your hands. No fight to give you the life that you have planned. So give it up. You know by the sound of my voice that I'm in love. So let us fall like autumn lovers caught up in it all. So give it up. You know by the sound of my voice that I'm in love. So let us fall like autumn lovers caught up in it all. Thanks.
Woo! Woo! Brilliant. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Sean. Wow. That was a very, very lovely song. What was the title of that one?
It's called Autumn Lovers.
Autumn Lovers, awesome. And so, if you're watching us at home, you can check out Sean's songs. Is Autumn Lovers up on your SoundCloud?
It is, yes.
It is, awesome. So you can check out that song at soundcloud.com/me&maria. Have you got the ampersand on?
No, it's me and Maria, so it actually looks like me&maria, but it's me and Maria.
Okay. So definitely check out me&maria on on SoundCloud. Awesome, cool. So we move into some questions. So Sean, on Facebook, people have suggested questions for you to answer. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
Good. Awesome. Well, this first one I think is a good one. Do you ever get groupies?
Well, actually, I work at O'Neill's here in Winchester, and I have to say the staff there, they've been very, very supportive of all my music, and I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of them for all their support with my music here in Winchester. You know, they come down to the William Walker, they come to the Where Away, they come anywhere I really go. Even before here, I was practicing upstairs in O'Neill's, and they come up to give a listen to some new stuff. So, big shout out to them. So yeah, I've a lot of friends around here. They've been pretty great.
Awesome. Well, those are the best groupies you can ever ask for. They follow you around everywhere, and cool. So here's an interesting one. What is your general view on piracy and music sharing?
Well, I mean, we do live in the world. I mean, I grew up with Napster. You know, that was like one of the big things. My cousin Sam got me into Napster at a young age, and you know, then I moved to like LimeWire, and now, you know, with iTunes, and iTunes is great, and I do use iTunes very frequently, especially through my father. We share an account, so that's helpful. But the way I see piracy, you know, I mean, there's no real way around it now in this day and age of producing something and then not having the ability to get it for free with torrenting and the way that things are. I mean, even some of my friends back home, I think, haven't even bought my music. They probably just shared it between each other, and that, you know what, that's totally fine. I really, the music industry now, I really think as long as you're selling out venues and like you're getting your music out there and people are listening and you're getting a fan base, that's really just how the music industry has to continue from that point on, is just cut your losses sometimes with the whole piracy thing, because you know your music isn't going to sell as much as it would 20 years ago with album sales. But you know, as long as people are coming in and supporting your music and stuff, then that's really all that matters at the end of the day, right?
Does indeed. It's very hard as a musician to make a living. I mean, I travelled up to Notting Hill the other week, and that was like £30 pretty much spent, and I didn't get a penny back, you know. And so you do lose out a lot. Do you travel around to gig much?
I've done a couple. I mostly just stay local, and but I've been down to Bournemouth, and I've been really just around here. I mean, I went down to Southampton for a gig once, and but nothing too extreme. Again, it was one of the things, you know, you pay for the train ride down, and it was it put me a bit in the hole actually going down to Bournemouth, because when I came back, the last train to Winchester had closed, so I had to take a £30 cab ride back from that. So that was a little bit brutal. That show cost me a mint, but it was still fun, and it was still worth going down and doing. You know.
Dude, that is my worst nightmare, missing the last train back. You weren't happy?
I wasn't happy, no.
No. I can imagine you weren't. Cool. So we come to the challenge section of the show. So previous guests suggest challenges for the next guest. So we had Simon Bolt on last week, who's a really cool, awesome blues musician, and that was really good. Did you catch that session?
I did, yeah. He's an amazing performer. He's brilliant. I saw him at the Walker, and I saw him on here, and he's and at the Railway actually last week. He's brilliant. Yeah, he has a really wicked sound.
So all the venues that me and Sean are referring to, if you're in like the Philippines right now, we do have viewers in the Philippines, by the way. That's really random, but yeah, there you go. And hopefully viewers in Nova Scotia. Oh, yeah, there we go. So, but yeah, all these places, the Walker and the Railway, are all music venues in Winchester, Hampshire, where we live. That's cool. Awesome. So we've got 3 challenges. And so Sean, you get to pick 1, 2 or 3, and you'll get to do all 3 of them, but you pick the number you want to do. So you're gonna go with 2? You're gonna go with 2? Okay, brilliant. You'll enjoy this one. So how are you with improv, Sean?
Yeah, I'll be all right. I've done some theater and stuff like that, some improv, some goofy stuff. So
You've done some theatre?
I have, yeah.
Okay. Well, we're definitely talking about that after that. Cool. How are you with serenades? Have you ever serenaded someone before?
Yeah, I have. Guilty as charged. I have been known to write some pretty sappy love songs, and to those people that know who they're about, like, yeah, that's happened. But you know, yeah,
You gotta do it. Yeah. Brilliant. So this is gonna be an interesting serenade, improv serenade. So you are going to serenade Branston. Now Branston is a bear. He's sat to your right. He's about to sit on your left, and you have to wear the koala hat while you do it as well, because Branston's really into koalas. Only in the autumn though. He's only into them in the autumn. When winter comes around, he's more of a more of a ferret kind of guy. He likes them. I'm gonna stop. Cool. So I'm gonna fetch Branston, and you can think for the next 10 seconds about what you're gonna do. So I'll get you the hat. Wear the hat.
Make a nice and sappy little kicking bit here.
Sean O'Brien with the Bear Love Song.
You look kinda silly, standing there come a little closer. Let me cuddle with a bear. It's been a long time, you know, but I miss you so, Branston. You remind me of someone I knew way back when, Branston. When I was 10, my mother told me I was too old to sleep with a bear. But mama, look at me here. You'll sleep with a bear. I'm sorry, Mom. Branston, you keep looking at me, but I know you can't look anywhere else. Branston, 'cause you're sitting on the couch and you're nowhere else, but we could go anywhere we want to, 'cause you got no bones that could fit you in my rucksack. Fit you in my rucksack. Travel the world. Travel the world. Me and Branston Bear. Woo.
Brilliant. Well, me and Branston are chilling out. This bear, right? I don't know where he came from. He's kind of here. It's like you know when houses are built on like Indian burial grounds, you know that kind of.
Yeah.
I think he's like a, like a descendant of like the like.
It's like Salem's Lot. It's like Salem's Lot with a bear, not a cat.
Yeah, this is Salem's Lot, but with a bear, not a cat.
I didn't even reference a koala cat.
I know that was just to get you in the mood for like serenading a bear. I hope it worked. That was really good. So we'll move on to a couple more questions. Here's a good one. Why Delilah?
That's a song reference, isn't it?
Only if you want it to be.
Why Delilah? Well, because Delilah, I'm dating a bear now. Because it's more cuddly than you.
Oh, Delilah. Delilah. It almost sounds like a dog's name. I don't know. I can feel my dog's name. This is Delilah.
This is all stuffed animal love. This is all stuffed animal love. This isn't people love.
It's all stuffed animal love. Okay, brilliant. Okay, cool. So a bit more of a deeper question. What's the dream, man?
Really, I mean, music has always just been something fun for me. It's always just been something I enjoy. I do take it seriously, and I write quite a bit. But really, the dream right now would honestly just be hop on a tour and just travel. I mean, I'm not really looking to make a ton of money right now. If that happens, that'd be great. I wouldn't say no, but money's always good. But really, it would just be hop on a rickety old van and travel the UK and travel around Europe and just play gigs and stuff like that. So that would be the ideal dream. I would love that.
I think we should assemble like a Winchester's finest, and just go out, just get some hench fan, and just fill it, like get a kettle and a lot of pot noodles. Are you a pot noodle fan, Sean?
I absolutely love pot noodles.
Okay, what's your favourite pot noodle?
I would have to go with the spicy one. I can't think of the name of it right now, but
what's it called, guys? What's it called? Don't know. What, Bombay Bad Boy? Is it Bombay Bad Boy?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I think it is the Bombay Bad Boy. I remember because there's an episode of Skins. Being from Canada, have you ever heard of Skins?
I have, yeah. I've seen it, definitely.
Yeah, you've seen it. Have you seen the Bombay Bad Boy episode?
I don't think so. I've seen the first series. I'm not sure if it's in that one. But
it's the only good series, to be honest.
Fair.
But yeah, currently I have my housemate and her boyfriend kind of peering in at us, which is quite cool. It's nice to have an audience. Cool. So you're into theatre, eh?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, definitely. It was one of the big points of coming to the UK really was just for a love of theater. Where I'm from in Canada, we don't have like massive professional theater like you do like in like the West End. I mean, we have like Toronto, but that costs a fortune to get to Toronto, you know, and you can go down to New York for a weekend, but even that's pretty costly. So the whole London-based pub company job that I got landed over here, I was a pretty big incentive for being able to go and see a lot of theater and stuff like that. And got involved in a theater company here. Actually, my first show was I actually played a drag queen in La Cage aux Folles. Yeah, very convincing one, I've been told. So, you know, I'll take it. I'll take a compliment when I'm given one. And it was a lot of fun. You know, wearing 2.5-inch heels, something like that, like doing dances. Never done anything like that before, so it was an amazing thing to do. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Awesome. Well, in light of this new discovery, I'm going to change one of the challenges. Cool. So you've got 2 more. So you picked number 2.
I picked number 2 already. Yeah.
You picked number 2. Okay, so you have 1 or 3. I'm trying to do the hold the fingers out, but have you ever tried doing that, like sticking your fingers out without sticking, like you can't stick your that finger, the ring finger, you can't stick it out by itself.
You gotta hold. No, you can't. You gotta hold it down. I feel like I'm flipping people off. This is not. It's not.
We're not.
No.
We're not. This is a family-friendly show. Well, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So you've got number 1 and number 3. Which one would you like?
I'll go with 3.
You go with 3. Brilliant. Okay, I've been waiting a week to do this. Okay, so have you ever seen the film Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
I haven't, unfortunately. I've actually always wanted to see it, but I've never actually sat down and watched it.
Yeah. Are you aware that the film takes place in Toronto, Canada?
I am. Yeah. It's based off of a graphic novel, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's based off a manga, and basically, do you know anything about the film?
He has to fight off a bunch of a girl's ex-boyfriends, doesn't he, in like succession in order to win her heart?
Yeah. 7 evil exes.
7 evil exes. Yeah.
Cool. So it's a great film. Definitely watch it when you get home. But so Michael Cera, who plays the main character, he's in a band, and one of the main plot lines of the film is that his band's trying to make it, and so he plays bass in the band, but he plays like distorted bass. And I was watching it the other week, and it's one of my favourite movies. Like watching it again, I was just like, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I just got the idea. It'd be a crime, seeing as you are from Canada, to not get you to do a Scott Pilgrim styled song, and almost like an ode. Though you haven't seen it, we're going to do it that way. So we're going to lose your acoustic guitar, and I'm going to plug you into the bass, and we're going to distort you, and I want you to shout the lyrics to whatever song. So I want you to do one of your songs, but with a distorted bass, and I want you to just let rip. And yeah, I'm going to try and get you out of your comfort zone.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. It's all about experimentation on this show. Awesome, cool. Let's. I'll get you plugged in. You can talk to them in the meanwhile if you like.
I'm definitely watching this film when I get home. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Do I dare trying to put a capo on a bass?
I'll try.
I'm gonna.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Gonna try. We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Sean O'Brien coming up with his ode to Scott Pilgrim, the film he has not seen, but will probably watch after the show to see if he got it right. Applaud if you can. Woo!
snow. Where'd it go? Oh, yo. The spirit here was just like snow. Where'd it go? Your spirit here was just like snow. Where'd it go? Spirit here was just like snow. Where did it go? Oh, oh, where you go? Thanks. And that is what you call a valid attempt.
Yes, it is. Brilliant.
Giving it the gusto.
Cool. So that was interesting. That kind of worked in a weird kind of way. I think it did. It was. You have to watch the film, and I think you'll get it. But it was cool. It was cool. It was almost like a little bit grunge, a little bit like, I don't know, almost Sonic Youth or something. I don't know, but that's you'll take it. You'll take it. Cool. So quickly before we move on to the next questions and the next challenges, well, here's a question I have for myself. Who did you take inspiration from, and how did you go about the songwriting process?
One of my biggest inspirations ever was actually a band that I came across when I was about 17. The group Iron and Wine. They're sort of a Southern American, well, not South American, but like Southern America, sort of folky bluegrass band, and he does a lot of really great finger picking. That's actually what got me into the sort of finger picking style. And he's all about just these beautiful like nature lyrics and stuff like that. And just some really beautiful songs. If you have a chance, please look it up. I would recommend. The Trapeze Swinger was probably the first song I got into. And what was the other question? Sorry. Songwriting process. It's an odd one with me. It always starts off with guitar, and I'll find something and be like, oh, that sounds kind of neat, and then the words just kind of come through that, and the meaning sort of comes more through the music than it ever does from the words. And so if it's sort of like a sadder melody, it'll generally become more of a sad song, and if it's a happy melody, then generally more of a happy song. And it's just this sort of weird songwriting sort of thing that I do. But it works for me, and I quite enjoy it. So.
Awesome, man. That's really cool to hear how you do that. I mean, for me, when I pick up a guitar, it's kind of I pick up the guitar and I kind of, I write a song the way I perform it. And so I tend to jump around the room and go a little bit mad some of the time. So I'll be jumping around this basement. That's why I want to start doing the basement sessions, because you just flick the little... Yeah, cool. So, yeah, I just wanted to... I loved just rocking out in this basement. I just thought I should set up a camera in here and do something, and then eventually evolve. But yeah, I'll start strumming something, and I'll be like, that's awesome, and I'll jump around playing it, and then 2 hours later I'm like, I should probably write some lyrics, and I'll go, nah, let's just show up at the open mic night and just improv something.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you improv a lot of your lyrics. That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, like most of the songs you've probably heard, well, I don't know, probably half of the ones you've heard are real songs, but the other half is kind of improv, and yeah, that's me. Cool. So another couple questions. Okay. Do you have my keys?
I do not have your keys. No, I'm sorry.
Delilah obviously took them home. Well, obviously that question is obviously referencing the key party that we were just at before we started filming this. Yeah. So I was meant to go home with someone else besides you, Sean. Brilliant. Cool. So we definitely have questions about the music industry and that sort of thing. So this might be a little bit like the other question we had about piracy, but so it goes. What are your thoughts on the current state of the music industry? Is it rubbish? Are there more opportunities than before? Just less money? And is that directly related to piracy?
The current state of the music industry, to me, I actually couldn't name you anything that is probably popular at the moment, and that's largely due to. I suppose you could divvy it up to a little bit of cynicism, but also mainly just the fact that I personally feel like a lot of the songs that are out there these days are more about what is going to sell liquor in clubs and what is going to make people party and sell, as opposed to what is actually genuine good music and what is moving the industry forward. I mean, you look at a group. Well, I mean, even if you look back at like Elvis Presley, he did massive things for rock and roll. Or you look at the Beatles, they did massive things for that sort of rocky but like sort of vibrant sound, I suppose you could say. And if you look other places, though, there are artists that are sort of doing new things, and one of those artists who I'm a huge fan of is Ben Howard, and just sort of the slap guitar that he's getting into and stuff like that is just incredible stuff. And I've sort of latched onto that, and I've tried to do it in a couple songs. I'm nowhere near as good as him, but it's stuff like that you need to find the smaller bits. But none of these popular groups in the current music industry, I don't think, are really doing much to broaden the sound. It's a lot of in studio stuff, I guess you could say. Like, people harp on auto tune and stuff like that quite a bit, and it's true. It does exist, and yeah. Is that pretty much the question?
Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. I mean, the music industry is a funny thing, isn't it? Kind of at the level we're at, we hear a lot of things about the music industry, and we read news, we read magazines like the Enemy and things like that, and we're kind of like, we hear things and we create a picture of it. But I'm always curious, what's it like at the top when you're actually there? Like, do you think when you say Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters, for example, do you think he feels that pressure, or do you think he can just do whatever he wants?
Dave Grohl has always been the kind of guy to just do what he wants. I've actually seen a lot of interviews with him, and people, like they kind of gave him some grief over, after Nirvana and he formed the Foo Fighters, and they're like, how do you feel like taking the exact same sound that Nirvana once had? He was like, what, rock and roll? And he gets right down to the level. And I really think that he's just sort of a no BS kind of person. Like, I don't think he's had any pressure from, and I mean, even Foo Fighters, the band name, I think he said himself is just like, they're like, what do we call it, Foo Fighters? Yeah, why not? And like, that was it, and they just kept it. And no, like, I think that they're definitely consistent in everything they do, and I don't think there's been a whole lot of pressure for them to change. He seems like a pretty headstrong fella. I wouldn't really want to mess with him myself.
Yeah, man, Dave Grohl is the dude. Cool. So we are down to our third challenge. I said if you found us on Facebook, definitely comment on the feed where I published this link, and just let us know you're enjoying the show. Let us know if you got any feedback for Sean's his bass opus. I definitely enjoyed it. That's the bit I'm going to rewatch. It's cool. Awesome. So we're down to the last challenge, and I had something in mind that I was going to get you to do, but then you mentioned that you're into theatre, and I thought, okay, I've got an idea. It's spurred something. So, right. So this will take a little bit of explaining. So what I want you to do is, I don't want you to play your guitar in this next song. What I want you to do is, I want you to perform your lyrics as a monologue. And so I want you to perform one set of lyrics as a very dramatic, as a drag queen type character. So I want you to perform it like that. But then whenever I take a sip of Guinness, you need to change into another set of lyrics, which is another character. And so you can decide who this next character is. What's this next character going to be?
I don't know. I guess I'll just see how it goes when it comes on. It's just one of those. I'll just snap into one, I suppose. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. But you've got to do two different accents. That's the...
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So we lose the guitar, and I gain another Guinness.
Fair enough. So I have to start as a drag queen then, yeah?
It starts drag queen.
Where'd you go? Your spirit here, it shimmered like snow. No, I'm gonna do a different one. I'm gonna do a different lyric. Bear with. I messed up that.
When I drink, you have to change character.
When you drank, I thought it was when I drank. Oh, when you drank. Oh, when you drank. All right. I've heard from your friends that you're doing all right. It's on the tip of my tongue with every song that I write. Jeez, this is difficult. I can't even remember the words right now without the lyrics. I've heard from your friends that you're doing all right. It's on the tip of my tongue with every song that I write. So line the skies with silver, huh? Line the skies with silver. Line the skies with silver. Line the skies with silver. All right. And I hope that you have found... Oh, you're drinking again. And I hope... No, I'm going back to drag queen. Oh, jeez, this is pressure. This is pressure. Let me think. This is legitimately difficult. I don't know. I might have to... I don't know. Huh?
Do whatever force you would do it.
So line the skies with silver. Line them with silver. And I hope that love has caught you in the air. And I hope there's still space. I really do. I really hope that there's still space for me to breathe somewhere. Yeah. Keep going. Okay. And I love the way that the sun reflects off your Kodachrome dress that matches your lipstick. Oh yeah, I remember it well. And I...
I've got to finish this.
Oh God, you're okay. This is a full pint. This is a full pint sort of improv thing then. Oh dear. And I love the way that you stood in my shadow. Every inch of you loved, every inch of you hallowed. Oh, I remember you well. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, you've been doing all right. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, you've been doing all right. Want to take a big swig of that next one? Feel the weight of the world in the form of a girl. For the crack of the shells and search for a pearl. And tune guitars to the sounds of a summer-loving festival. Oh, I remember it well. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, you've been doing all right. Oh, A long, long time ago, when the winds mixed with sand to form your bones, your skin, your thin frame, love, and then to find you with a name. And though the sky it whispered softly still, though the sea it wrapped your limbs. I'm just going William Shatner. I don't even know why. Like, it's just been constant William Shatner ever since. Finito. Okay.
When I drink, you change.
Do the best I can, bro. Alright. I really, really, really hope that love has caught you in the air. I'm like Chris Tucker? What is this right now? And I hope there's still space for me to breathe somewhere. That's me being legitimate me right there. That was me. Not me.
More lyrics.
You're just dragging this out, aren't you? Jeez. Can't even think of any lyrics on the top of my head right now. Um, Autumn lovers reflect the colors of the change. Autumn lovers reflect the colors of the change and fall like feathers dancing in the wind. Coast down the river and separate, never to meet again. You're killing me here, Scott. You're killing me. I will get you back for this. And I hope that love has caught you in the air. But I hope there is still space for me to breathe somewhere. There's a funny story about that. That was actually a character I did back home in a theater production. It was Pirates of the Caribbean. It was a parody show that we were doing. And I played the bad British general when I came out. And yeah, and I just came up with that voice. And, I was wearing this giant pompadour wig and stuff.
Was it called the Pirates of Nova Scotia?
Close. It's actually called Pirates of the Cape Breton, which is actually the northern point of Nova Scotia. So yeah.
Anyway, I'm not finished.
You're not. Oh, for God's sake. Autumn lovers reflect the colors of the change and float like feathers dancing in the wind. Coast down the river and separate,
Yay!
never to meet again.
Brilliant. Way! Well, thanks. It was good Sean Connery made an appearance at the end. Otherwise, it really would not have been an authentic basement session. He visits every week. That was cool. How did you find that?
That was difficult. If I had known a little bit beforehand, it would have been a little easier. It's still improv, but it would, to do different voices and different accents. Accents I've always been horrible at, but different voices, I can make myself sound as wacky as possible. The whole dinner theater thing was a lot of improv, and it was a lot of embarrassing yourself. So it's very difficult for me to I'm pretty prone to embarrass myself on the dailies. That's all right.
You can you do accents, eh?
Oh, there you
go. Awesome. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. Cool. So, do you have any gigs coming up or anything you want to promote? Any online stuff you want to plug or?
No gig at the moment, but what you can do is if you look on SoundCloud, you'll see that a lot of my songs are free for download, and it would make my day if I went on there later on after you guys watched this and saw that I saw that a couple of you had downloaded my songs, and spread them around. And if any of you need any musical coverage in the Hampshire area, let me know, and I'd be glad to come on down and help you out.
Yeah, awesome. So definitely check out Sean at soundcloud.com/me&maria. So yeah, not the ampersand, just the word and. Awesome. So we're gonna wrap up the basement session today. Sean, you've been an awesome guest. Have you enjoyed it?
I have. Thank you very much, Scott.
Yeah.
It's been great.
It's been great. I definitely had a great laugh during that one. And Guinness is not a drink that should be rushed, is it?
No, had I known, I would have brought over some of those vodka tube shots, and this whole thing would have been a little bit easier.
Yes, we do not endorse alcoholism on this show. Yeah, never. Brilliant, cool. So Sean's going to play us one more song to outro us. I hope it's the song I think it is. It is. Woo! I win. This is great. Everyone should just host their own show, and Sean will come play, and he'll have to do your favourite song of his last. That's how it'll go. But as I said, soundcloud.com/me&maria. Definitely check out Sean's stuff. They're all up for download. Take advantage of this while this man is, still, going around touring, gigging, trying to make it. Because once the songs are on iTunes adverts, it's going to be a lot harder to get stuff for free. So, as I said, soundcloud.com/me&maria. Sean, you've been an awesome guest. Definitely once we're on basement session number 77, you have to return. Yeah. That'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll hand over to you.
Thanks, Scott. I have I have to be honest, this song actually isn't free for download. But if you would like it free, please like my Facebook page or comment on this video, and I'd be glad if you just send me your email. I'll send it to you for free. Otherwise you can find it on iTunes. Let's get repositioned here.
Yes.
Alright. Thanks everyone for watching. And this last song is called The Winds in the Sand. A long, long time ago, when the wind mixed with sand to form your bones, your skin, your thin frame, love, and then to find you with a name. Though the sky it whispered softly still, though the sea here wrapped your limbs, to braid your hair with waving bright red hands, they made your loving God had planned. You may not take me for a lover, but I won't prove you wrong. It's only just a little bit of bad weather, and I won't prove you wrong, and oh, I'll let you carry it on. I will always thank the spring, its vivid colors and winters suffering. It brought the sun, the warmth and love anew. I'll always thank the spring for you. You may not take me for a lover, but I won't prove you wrong. It's only just a little bit of bad weather, but I won't prove you wrong, and oh, I will let you carry it on. So here's to all that's said and done, and here's to love that's felt by everyone. For I will always praise the winds and the sands for crafting you so magnificent.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, that was another delightful basement session. Sean, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. It's been brilliant.
Brilliant. It has been awesome. It's been really fun. Great. So we'll be back the same time next Monday, 7 to 8. Next week we've got something different. We've got a performance poet in the name of Brendan Way. I went to university with Brendan. He's really great. Yeah, but music will be back the week after that. Yeah, so definitely check us out, 7 to 8, ustream.tv / Scott Freeman live. Yeah, it's been awesome. Check out Sean again at soundcloud.com / me&maria. Download his stuff, give him a like. On Facebook, me and Maria, you'll find him. Yeah, it's been great. Have a great week, Sean.
Have a great week yourself. Thanks, everyone.
See ya.